How to feed your cat, pros and cons. If you're a cat owner and you don't know how to feed your cat that is constantly asking for food, and that gives you some questions where your cat is constantly doing so, I will explain in this video how to feed your cat so that the cat and the owner both be satisfied and be happy. This is the Beyond Fur channel, and before I walk you through with details, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell icon to stay updated. Feeding your cat at a specific meal times. This means that you give food canned or dry no matter at a specific meal time every day. It has its pros and cons. Pros. If you give your cat food at an appointed time, you can easily monitor if your cat has changed in appetite. If you have several cats and you can't give all of the food at the same time, all cats will have their meals without one being dominant over the other. Because there are cases when one cat which is dominant eats more and gets overweight and the others don't get enough nutrients to stay healthy. Cons. If you give meals at the appointed time every day, cat might ask for more food between meals because cats can't control how much they eat. But if you take into consideration the vet's advice and feed your cat with proper recommended amounts and regularly, then you don't have to worry about if your cat is getting enough nutrients. Kitties should be fed 3 times a day, but when the cat is already an adult, 1 year old, it'll be normal if you feed your cat twice or once a day. But if your cat has health problems, you should act according to your vet's recommendations because sick cats should be fed differently. So before you decide on a feeding regimen, always advise a vet. If you have several cats, each cat should have its own water and food dish in a quiet place where cats like to be. Free feeding. If you free feed your cat, its food is available at all times. But always remember that only dry food can be given in this case, because wet food should not be left out for the whole day. If your cat leaves dry food, throw it away and give fresh food to your cat every day. Pros of free feeding is that cats eat anytime with small amounts of food every day on their own schedule. And you should remember to leave the right amount of dry food for only 1 day in a cat's bowl. Cons. Sometimes free feeding leads to obesity, which is why food amount should be limited to a daily dose. Also, in this case, you can't observe how your cat's appetite has changed, and if you have more than one cat, you can't know if all cats eat equally. If during free feeding your cat eats daily portion at once, it already has its daily norm of nutrients and don't give food until the next day. This way your cat will study to eat small portions during the day. The best thing you can do for free feeding is to use food pauses. This allows the cat to get its food like it's hunting. It will have activity and food like in a natural environment. Cats are fluffy and lovely, but don't forget they are very good hunters and they need to hunt their food. Mixed feeding is when your cat eats dry food freely and you can give it canned food twice a day. Pros. Mixed feeding allows your cat to eat when it wants, and you can partially observe the appetite of your cat when you serve canned food twice a day, and cats get both wet and dry food. Mixed eating also may lead to obesity, so it is important to fill a bowl with only a daily portion and not give it an extra amount of food until the next day. If you have many cats, mixed feeding is not an option for you. Wet and dry food have both their benefits. Wet food is good for cats with certain diseases like urinary and kidneys, while dry food is good for their teeth and it's easier to store. Hope you found this video informative. Thank you for watching and see you in my other video.